Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, we have heard about the story to do with the fake fertilizer in this country, where the Ministry of Agriculture through the NCPB, they supplied stones instead of fertilizer. It was donkey's poo and things like those ones. Of course, the investigation is still going on. I saw some images coming from the Senate when the same product was presented in the House. So Mithika Linturi has been one man in the Ministry of Agriculture defending the mess up in the entire ministry as far as the issue of this fertilizer is concerned. He went further to refer even the person who did investigation, John Namu, as a crook. That's what he referred to him. So yesterday he was on Citizen TV for an interview on the same, not knowing that Namu was available to respond to him when he make lies. So in his response, he came up with the total lies in defense of the Ministry of Agriculture as far as the fake fertilizer is concerned. I'm telling you, when Namu was allowed to shed light in that interview, Mithika Linturi was left shameless. You look at his body language, he was confused. You see a man who is literally lying completely. So in this kind of behavior, we see Linturi showing pure ignorance, incompetence, and lack of honor for the public office where he is serving. Watch this shortly, then we're going to conclude these discussions.
Yes, he claims that we never reached out to the ministry. That's a lie. On the 15th of February this year, we reached out via the email. We reached out to one of his assistants, Marete. His ministry is the only government department that did not respond to our claim. So when he says that I am a crook and I am a liar, perhaps he should take a hard look in the mirror.
Wow. Cabinet Secretary, so he says that he actually reached out to the ministry 15th of February. You didn't see that communication?
The ministry is not me. Yeah? There are many people in the ministry. It should be saying sent to my email, the office of the Cabinet Secretary, to the attention of my secretaries or my PA. That is how it would have gotten to me.
That is exactly what we did. It's John Marek in your office.
Let him share the email,
to him directly.
The phone number of the people you got into.
What the minister is saying. What the minister is saying is respect to his office. What the minister is saying is his office. And over the past few days, if people have been listening to the Senate hearings and to the parliamentary hearings about what's been happening, including his own statements about that fertilizer. Everything that we have been saying has been borne out by facts and by science. I don't know what right the minister has against me personally or against Africa Center, but the work that we have done is above board, it stands above board, and it will remain above board.
Right.
If he has things that can controvert what we are saying, let him table the evidence. It is his opportunity to do this. And finally, Sam, you must remember that it is in the public's interest that we are doing this work. I'm not doing this work because I have a personal gripe against Mithika Linturi. I do not know him from Adam. And again, if he has a personal gripe against me, he should take it up with me personally, not to try and mislead the nation in such a serious time.
It's available. All right.
I have said the ministry is big. And any matter that is addressed to me, you can ask the donor community or anybody. Any matter that is addressed to me of national interest, of concern, I deal with it within 24 hours. This I am telling you because it's not one, it is not two. And it is, I would really have wanted, because I've told my officers, any matter that touches on issues to do with the public because of the respect I have for honor and the respect for these people, the people in this country and my oath of office, let the matter, what you can't handle. So let the matter come.
You say in 24 hours you do respond.
I do respond.
This took you more than 2 weeks.
I'm telling you, it was never brought to my attention, and that's why I'm challenging him to give us the phone number, the email address that is he used, so that we can also try to check and know whether I'm fine or not.
General, what are you saying?
Mr. Linturi is saying that it was not brought to his attention. It is not my responsibility, beyond reaching out via the official channels that we have done, to to then take it to his office personally. He has official communication channels. We reached out via Kilimo. We spoke to Mr. Marete, who is in his office. We reached out. Our journalist, Ms. Hiri, wrote to him on the 15th of February this year. The story ran on the 10th of March. So this thing of saying that he was not served personally is not a personal. He's a cabinet secretary serving on behalf of the Republic of Kenya. He must remember that. And I'm taking very, very great exception to the fact that he keeps on dragging our name through the mud when it is us who have brought this issue to the attention of the public. Mr. Linturi, if he is what he is told as the cabinet secretary, must apologize to our organization and to the nation for doing something like this.
Okay, maybe you may respond so that we can move on.
I've not turned to what I'm responding to.
Be interested in.
Gituko, I've just been making very fair comments.
Right,
about him and the people that he works around with.
Calling someone a crook is not fair.
Yeah, because you see, I don't think I'm telling you just show me I sin, but I am telling you the number of times that I've made reference to where he works or he works with is because this is not. He should also tell the people of this country. This is not the first time he has ran a story and a report like this on me, on issues that he never substantiated. I ran me and I kept quiet. I decided not even to go to court. So when I'm told he's done a story of these things, that I don't bother because I don't want to get to that history.
Okay.
Right? Because there's a different chapter I have started. So please understand, and what I'm saying is a fair comment I did. Right? So you must really understand where I am coming from.
Sorry, General, I want us to come to the end of this. What did you want to reply to?
Yeah. When Mr. Linturi is referencing stories that we have done about him before, again, these are based on evidence. If he bothered to look through the story, he would see that it was based on evidence that we found from the integrated financial management system about an issue of procurement of gold medals. While he was senator, we had companies that he owned or had a controlling interest in. We did our research. We did our work. We again did it in the public interest. He was the vice chair of the Senate Committee on Agriculture at the time that this was happening. So if he thinks that there's something personal I have against him, again, I do not know this person. I do not know him beyond the fact that he is a public officer. And again, if it is fair comment that he is speaking, if it is fair comment that he's saying that he has given, let him prove what it is about our story is crooked, what it is about me specifically that is crooked. We have courts of law that are both open to myself as well as to him. If he thinks that there is a personal issue between me and him. But again, Sam, this is a distraction. The thing about the fertilizer issue is it is a public interest issue. Period.
All right.
Whether he calls me a crook from sun up to sunset, he can continue doing it. But let him go before the public and make himself his ministry position clear about the issuance of fertilizer that is either substandard or fake, as we had shown in our documentary. That's it, man.
All right. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Now, as we conclude our discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, this is a man who is telling us that when there is any issue on his desk, he normally responds within 24 hours. But the story was run long time ago. It was in media. It was all over. They reached out to him in his ministry. He's still denying, but yet he came back to respond after 2 weeks. And the response wasn't good, because he was not even showing any interest in the story that were being run as far as his ministry is concerned to do with fertilizer. Instead, he rubbished the journalist, he abused him. I did not want to listen to anything from him. He did not want to answer any question from the journalist as far as that story was concerned. This is Mithika Linturi. So you look at him and you see a man who was so much interested in defending the crooks who supplied stone in NCPB. This is still a question that Kenyans are asking. What interest is Mithika Linturi trying to protect in the Ministry of Agriculture as far as mambo ya fertilizer mbaya is concerned? What is he trying to defend or protect? Is there a senior person who was involved in this issue that Mithika Linturi cannot mention? That the only thing I can do is to protect, is to tell public. So this is leaving him with a rotten egg in his face. In the entire interview, you see a man who is so much disturbed in attempt to try and respond, because his response is all lies. This is a man who has more than 35 cases in the court when he was appointed as a minister for agriculture. So then from the word go, he had issues, questionable issues. But now he's here, a lot of incompetence all over. So this tells you the bigger problem we have with the Kenya Kwanza administration in this country. We can't rely on them. The minister is still denying when DCI is doing investigation, when the Senate is also investigating, National Assembly is also in the same issue, but he still denies. Ruto is calling on and warning those who are involved in supplying. He told them to return the money, but Mithika Linturi is still denying. What is he denying? But I can tell you, in the entire interview, Linturi was so much embarrassed in attempt to try and respond. When you want to lie and you don't have the truth with you, and you want to lie, you end up embarrassing yourself. So he did not have facts, but he want to keep on defending. And this is the face of Kenya Kwanza. So look at that. A man who's still arguing about the case. If you are in charge of a ministry, then you just hear one thing, that this has happened in your ministry. Even if it has not being run on social media. If you are a serious person, you will go and do due diligence, research, find out the truth, and if possible, even call the journalist who is trying to share this story so that he can shed light to you. Mithika Linturi was supposed to have a cup of tea with John Allan Namu, so that he can get to know how this came to happen. But instead he was busy making noise and rubbishing the story. And if you listen to the entire interview, you will hear that this is not the first time Mithika Linturi has been caught up in a mess by Allan. Before, when he was still a senator, he had issues to do with the supply. So, you see, they have had issues before. And because he was once exposed, anytime he sees Allan Namu, he remembers that. And he is arrogantly trying to respond to him. We are in a mess, total mess. And these people will not even return our money for those who bought that fertilizer.